Hello, welcome to Aviator Sports Complex, where the New York City Raiders this morning will take on the Aviator Hockey Club in a Bantam matchup. Well, we skipped warm-ups for you to get you straight to the action. Looks like it'll be Ryan Speaker in goal today, as the Raiders have a bit of a short bench, and as does Aviator. Defensive pairing looks to be Fauci out there with his right-handed pair, Tanoff. Berliner, Meyerowicz, and Marchuka take the ice as the forwards. Referee checks the goalies, and we are off here. Puck drop on period one. Berliner wins the face-off. Tanoff sends that deep into the zone. We'll get a quick icing call here, just 8 seconds in to the game. Make that 9. 14:51 left to go here in the first period, as the Raiders are off and running against the Aviators. Well, thanks for joining us on Midnight Sports this morning. We've got a whole lineup of games for you today. This Bantam A matchup with the Raiders and the Aviators followed at 3 o'clock as the 16U Cyclones take on the Danbury Hat-Tricks. The Aviators get the puck in the offensive zone. They work that up to the point. Shot comes in long. It's blocked there quickly by Berliner, who's able to get that out of the zone. Meyerowicz sends that up to Marchuka. Marchuka gains the neutral zone, and now he's in the offensive zone. He's harassed there by 4 Aviators. He gets the shot off and past the cage, but it goes just wide. And now the puck rolls behind the net. Aviators try and cover up. They're unable to. Berliner now tries a bad angle shot. Goes off the side of the cage, and the puck rolls all the way up to the point. Aviators are going to be able to get this out of the zone. They do. They gain the neutral zone. Puck rolls off a stick there, though, and Fauci goes to recover. Just a minute into this hockey game. Curls behind his own net. He's on his back end, pushes that up to Marchuka. Takes a hit to make a play. Puck does come out of the zone. Finkelstein now on the ice for the Raiders. We're going to get a call quickly here, though. It looks like we'll just get an offside on the Aviators. 14:05 left to go here in the first period. No score. Beautiful day in Brooklyn, New York, here at Floyd Bennet Field in the Aviator Sports Complex. Raiders win that face-off again. The puck goes back in the defensive zone to Gosler. Gosler fires up to Koslewski. Koslewski gets that out of the zone through the neutral zone. Samosi finds his man in Bizarro in the neutral zone, but the puck comes off his stick, and the Aviators turn it the other way. They gain the offensive zone to the Aviators, but without possession. The Raiders work the puck behind their own net. Koslewski works that up to Samosi at the half boards, not out of the zone yet. Hits the net, comes out of play, and we'll get another stoppage in what's been a choppy start to this game. 13:40 left to go here in the first period. Gives us time to let you know, though, you're watching this game on Midnight Sports. Midnight Sports, youth hockey pixelated. Midnight Sports. Defensive zone draw here for the Raiders to Speaker's left. Raiders lean in to try and win this back to the corner. Instead, the Aviators come away with it only momentarily. Samosi's skate gets in the way of that. He's able to work that up into the neutral zone, on up to Bizarro. Bizarro's got Fellenstein cruising through the slot with him. Puck comes off his stick, and Samosi works it in deeper. It's at the near corner now. Puck stays there for a bit. Some stick jousting going on. The puck finally rolls free. Comes to Finkelstein in the slot. He sends a shot into Bizarro in the slot. Bizarro tries to go backhand. He gets another crack at it. Puck rolls through the crease. So that was a close one, folks. Aviators stand tall, though, and they take over right in front of their net. Now the puck comes to Finkelstein. He trickles that in on net. Still no doing yet for the Raiders. Nothing. Finkelstein has the puck in the high slot. Comes off his stick, and the Aviators are able to get it out of the zone. They've got a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Koslewski gets back. That puck gets cut off by Gosler. He's able to work that to the far corner in the defensive zone. Gets it on his forehand, curls behind his own net, looks to send it up to the boards. He does. Bizarro takes over in his own zone. He skates it out. He's got Samosi with him. Samosi goes for a called change from the bench. Bizarro works into the zone all alone. He's got 3 men around him. Puck comes off his stick, but he's able to gum it up there long enough to get the full line change there for the Raiders. Bizarro will go off here momentarily. Berliner out there now behind the offensive net. Bizarro stays out with him. Raiders have something working here. Vigliotti now has the puck at the dot. Looks to get a shot off, but a nice back check from the Aviators keeps that from getting to net. Fauci now recovers in the neutral zone. Sends it to his defensive pair, Tanoff. That pass gets cut out, and the puck stays in the defensive zone momentarily. Vigliotti now working hard at that blue line. He comes away with it. He's all alone. He crosses the red line. Looks to get this puck in deep. A little bit of stick handling. He's got Jackson Kalemba, goal scorer from last night, coming through the slot. Puck gets stuck in Jackson's skates. And now the Aviators turn the other way. They try and get the puck out of the zone. Fauci gums it up at the blue line. Puck does leave the zone momentarily, and Berliner comes back to retrieve it. He's now in the offensive zone. He's on his backhand, goes forehand at the dot. Berliner looking for a pass. He finds Tanoff way at the high slot. Tanoff sends a puck in. It's deflected wide of the goal. Now Berliner has it at the end boards. Berliner still curling with the puck. He's on his backhand. Bigliotti calling for it in the slot. Tries to get it on his forehand. Instead, the Aviators are able to get that puck out of the zone. The Raiders will have to take time to clear the zone. Fauci has the puck. He buys his team time, sends it back to Bigliotti at his own blue line. That pass hits a man, and Fauci picks it up again in the neutral zone. He uses the boards, tries to self-pass, and Berliner is able to get the puck, but he's adjudged to be offside. So we'll get a face-off here just outside the offensive zone for the Raiders with 11:20 left to go here in the first period. Looks like it'll be Finkelstein to take this draw. He's got Meyerowicz out there with him as well as Marchuka. Finkelstein wins it forward, pours in the offensive zone, but without possession. Now Marchuka tries to take over in the high slot. Instead, the Aviators get there first, and they send the puck out of the zone. They're looking for that home run pass, cut out nicely by Koslevsky. Aviators still coming into the zone, but without possession again. Finkelstein looks up, finds Marchuka. Puck comes off his stick. Finkelstein recovers in the neutral zone, sends it to Gosler. Raiders still have the puck in the neutral zone now. Nice kick pass by Gosler. He gains the high slot, but again, they're offside, are the Raiders. They are chomping at the bit here to get some shots on goal. And a little too eagerly in the eyes of the orange-striped referee. 10:55 left to go here in the first period. It'll still be Finkelstein out there to take the draw. He's got Meyerowicz and Marchuka with him. Koslevsky and Gosler are the defensive pair. The Aviators win that face-off into their own zone. They pump it up through the neutral zone and lose possession there. Koslevsky has the puck. He looks for the diagonal pass. Bouncing puck evades Finkelstein only momentarily. Finkelstein sends a 100-foot shot in on goal, looking for the rebound. Meyerowicz in for the forecheck. Now Meyerowicz at the half boards with Finkelstein, working hard to get possession of this puck back. Two Aviators in as well, trying to maintain possession and pump this out of the zone. Instead, the puck just sits for a while at the half boards. And now Marchuka comes away with it with his back to goal in the high slot. Finkelstein curls with it on his forehand. Sends a shot in on the Aviator goalie. Rebound, no doing for Meyerowicz. Meyerowicz still has the puck behind the net. Puck taken from him momentarily, and now the Aviators have it. They send it into the slot. Big hit there by Meyerowicz on his Aviator companion. The Aviators are going to be able to skate out of the zone. Marchuka cuts it out in the neutral zone. He's 1-on-2, but he comes in. He gets the puck on his forehand and sends a shot in on goal. It trickles through. That's a Raiders goal. Oh, my. Luke Marchuka all alone. Two men to beat, and he does with a snipe from the blue line. The top of the slot is able to beat the Aviator goaltender there. Well, it's Raiders 1, Aviators nothing. 9:58 left to go here in the first period. Berliner's out there with Samosi and Bizarro now. Take this draw. Tanoff and Fauci out as the defensive pairing. You'll hear a lot of the same names called today with the Raiders' short bench. Samosi takes over that face-off win by Berliner. He sends it back to his defensive Matt Fauci. Defenseman, that is, excuse me. Bizarro now takes over the neutral zone. He gains the offensive zone. He's going forehand, backhand. Puck rolls off his stick only momentarily. He's on the backhand. He sends the shot in on the Aviators. And it goes wide. Aviators take over in their own zone. They get it on the forehand and work it out of the zone. It's cut out nicely by Chris Tanoff in the neutral zone. Tanoff now has it. He gains the offensive zone, looks to get on the forehand and looking for help. He's got Samosi on his wing. Instead, turns, curls to the slot, comes to Bizarro. Bizarro's shot saved by the Aviators. Now they take over in their own defensive end only momentarily. Bizarro on the forecheck takes the puck back. He's got Berliner for support. Fauci calling for it in the slot. Instead, Samosi gets it. He's got a shot on goal, but a back check lifts his stick just before he's able to pull the trigger. Samosi now has it in the near corner. Samosi still with it. Nice pass to the slot. Hits the back of the cage. The Aviators come away with it. They're still looking to get it out of the zone. Instead, Tanoff keeps it in the zone. He dumps it in deeper. Bizarro goes to collect in the far corner. Bizarro now has the puck on his backhand. Takes the puck in deeper. Looking into the slot for Samosi. He finds him. Samosi puts a shot on goal. Saved nicely there by the Aviator goaltender. Aviators still can't get this puck out of the zone. They're getting caved in right now by the Raiders. Samosi has it on his forehand. Sends it over to Fauci. Fauci at the dot. Sends it in deeper. Bizarro's now got it at the end line. Back up to Fauci near the point. Fauci has it on the forehand. Sends a deflection in. One deflection, then two. And there's a shot and a score. That's Rafi Samosi getting on the score sheet early. Raiders 2, Aviator nothing. 8:30 left to go here in the first period. It's been all Raiders. Samosi with the goal. And the apple goes to Dom Bizarro on that. Well, it's exactly the kind of turnaround you'd like to see for the Raiders after their loss last night, 6-2. to the South Westchester Blackhawks. Bigliotti gains the zone, but Colombo was in just a bit early, and we get a quick offside call with 8:25 left to go here in the first period. Finkelstein stays out there with Colombo. Bigliotti as well. Schlefsky and Gosler as the defensive pair. Finkelstein wins that over to Bigliotti, who pumps that puck into the offensive zone. Aviators take over there and send it to the neutral zone, but only so far as Gosler sends a diagonal pass right back into the offensive zone. Raiders unable to keep the zone, and we're going to get an offside call here. No offside call yet. Playing a delayed offside / we've had too many offside calls already, are the refs, it seems. The Aviators are able to get it out of the zone. They get to the red line, but no farther. Bigliotti comes back to collect. The Aviators send a diagonal pass up. Schlefsky now has it on his forehand. Skates into the neutral zone. He takes a big hit after releasing the pass, but he looks no worse for the wear as he gets right up and gets right back into the play. Gosler now has the puck curling back into his defensive zone, looking for his defensive pair. Instead, he's able to curl the entire way. Nearly takes a stick to the skates, but he's able to dump that puck in deep. Raiders now look to collect on the forecheck. The Aviators unable to send that out. Instead, Finkelstein gets the puck, curls, shoots just a bit high. Might have been a nice save there by the Aviator goaltender. It was a bang-bang play, happened very, very fast. Klashevsky tries to keep the zone. Instead, the Aviators pick up the puck and come into the neutral zone. Cut out nicely by Jackson Kalemba, covering for his defenseman. There, the Aviators do gain the offensive zone. Now they send a shot in on Speaker. Oh, a deflection. Hits a defenseman's stick in front and goes up and into the net. So that's going to be Aviator 1, Raiders 2. Off a nice shot from the point that may have been deflected in front as it bounced. 7:01 left to go. And we're going to get a Berliner lean over here. Berliner wins that face-off. And now Marchuka gains the zone. Marchuka on the forehand, sends a shot in on the Aviator goalie. Saved there, and the puck comes to the near dot. The Aviators are able to get the puck out of the zone. Fan on the long diagonal pass. Berliner with the back check, curls right back into the zone. Berliner now has it on his forehand. Still has it on his forehand, sends a shot in on the Aviator goalie, who just gloves that down and freezes it. We'll get a stoppage in play with 6:40 left to go here in the first period. Berliner leans over at the dot. Raiders come away with it, send a quick shot in on goal, and then another. Both saved nicely. Now the Aviators have it behind their own net. They curl around, try and get that puck out of the zone. Instead, it's deflected down. The Aviators are able to get the puck out of the zone so far as Fauci. Puck comes to Marchuka. Marchuka has the puck. He sends that in wide of the goal, and Berliner will go to collect. Berliner now with the puck in the near corner. Berliner working hard. He's got now 3 Aviators on him. He works that up to the point, comes up to Tanoff. Tanoff works to get on the forehand and send that puck down in deep. He does. Marchuka goes to collect there. Marchuka gets the puck on his forehand and then sends the puck in deeper as he's harassed by the Aviator defenseman. Aviator tries to get out of the zone. Pass comes into the slot. Instead, taken over by Meyerowicz. Looks for a spinning backhand. Goes just wide of the cage. Marchuka now takes over. Marchuka's got that puck on his backhand. He sends it up to Meyerowicz. Puck rolls off his stick momentarily. It's in the crease now, but covered finally by the Aviator goaltender. 5:44 left to go. It's Raiders 2, Aviator 1. The Aviators are calling a timeout here as most of the game's been spent in their offensive zone. Well, this timeout gives us time to remind you that hockey on Midnight Sports is made possible by that text chain, You Can't Leave. Hockey fans, we've all got them. You know, those group chats with your family or friends or coworkers that started off great. They were funny or useful or necessary. But now, that time has passed. Instead of information on who is hosting Thanksgiving dinner, you're getting rickrolled 10 years too late. Rather than being able to sleep with the phone near you, you live in constant fear of an LOL text from your uncle at 3 a.m. in response to something you sent 5 months ago. And you've tried hard to quit that chain. You haven't responded to texts in weeks. You haven't even sent that funny update to the American Choppers meme you saw yesterday. But if you leave, it will get even worse. People will start calling you the horror. It's that text chain. You can't leave. Usefully useless. Well, the Aviators looking to collect themselves. They are only 1 goal down here. But most of the game has been spent in their offensive end. And by their offensive end, of course, I mean the Raiders' offensive end. Coach Coffey giving some instructions here just over halfway through the first period to his team. During this timeout, the players will come right back over the boards. Looks like it'll be Finkelstein, Bizarro, and Samosi as the forwards. Koslewski and Gosler there as the defensive pair. Finkelstein looks to take this offensive draw to the Aviator goalie left. Looking to win it on the backhand. He does. Sends it over to Bizarro. Comes up to Koslewski in the slot. High puck goes all the way to the end boards. And now the Aviators try and recover. Instead, Samosi with some good body work in the corner. He's got time. Sends it to the slot. Puck comes right off Bizarro's stick. Bizarro just sends that deeper. Samosi was looking for the 1-2 with Finkelstein there. Puck hopped over his stick, so it comes up to Koslewski at the point. Koslewski tries to send that puck in deeper. Instead, the Aviators get that out, and Gosler goes over to cover for his defensive partner. Gosler now with the puck at his end line. Sends that puck all the way up to Finkelstein, and the Raiders are through the offensive zone. Now Bizarro has a partial breakaway. Bizarro has the puck. He goes high with the shot, just misses over the cage. The Raiders will look to collect again. Raiders still have the puck in the zone. Now the Aviators have it in the slot and try and work it all the way out of the zone. They're able to do so. Right at the blue line, though, Samosi takes right back over. He's in the neutral zone now and curls on his forehand. He's looking for some help from teammates. Gains the offensive zone and just dumps it deep. The Raiders will try and pour and take over there. Finkelstein takes over on the backhand. He's looking for somebody in the slot. Instead, tries a wraparound. It's beaten by the Aviator goalie, and Bizarro takes over at the far half wall. Bizarro now on the forehand. Bizarro's got it, dances around one man, then two, trying to get it on the forehand. Instead, he gets wiped out of the play, so the puck comes to Finkelstein, looking for Samosi at the back post. Bizarro's got the puck, he's back to goal now, still looking for Samosi. Bizarro now on the forehand. Bad angle shot, goes off the Aviator goaltender, and rolls harmlessly to the end boards. Raiders still have the puck. They've got it at the offensive far half wall there. Bizarro gets it on his forehand. Nice little pass down to Finkelstein. Tries another bad angle shot. Hits the goalie's leg pads and goes wide. Samosi now takes over. He's able to work that puck to Finkelstein. Finkelstein to Bizarro. One-timer. Nice save there by the Aviator goalie. Excuse me. Gosler gets wiped out of the play with a big hit. The Raiders are able to keep the zone. Bizarro working hard now on the puck. He's on his backhand. He's curling around. Koslewski calling for it in the high slot. Bizarro still can't get that puck up to him because he's being harassed by the Aviators. Now the Aviators are going to be able to break the other way. They skate the puck out of the zone. Long pass connects in the neutral zone, and Gosler has to turn. Gosler's able to pump that puck out of the zone after a long shift. Bigliotti takes over there in the neutral zone. He's got the puck at his feet. He's on the forehand. He's got teammates calling for it now. Instead, he's got space in front of him and takes it up. We're going to get a call here after that late hit as Bigliotti tried to dump that into the zone. The Raiders will be going on to the power play here with 3:19 left here in the first period. Aviators are going to get 2 minutes here for roughing. Getting a bit of a mini timeout here. But it will be an offensive zone draw. The Raiders will have, at maximum, 2 minutes on the power play for the roughing penalty that Bigliotti drew in the neutral zone. Berliner leans over here. He's got Kalimba and Bigliotti out with him. Bigliotti tries a shot from the dot, doesn't get through, and now the Raiders look to keep possession in the offensive zone here on the power play. Referee in the way at the half wall. He gets out of the way, and Berliner emerges with the puck. He's got it in the far corner now. Berliner looking for a teammate to put a shot on goal. Berliner works the puck in deeper. He's got Bigliotti in the near corner. Bigliotti's right there with the bad angle shot. He goes high over the cage. Fauci goes to retrieve at the blue line. He's got his back to goal. He's just on the backhand now. Can't get that puck in deeper. And now the race is on. Tanoff off to collect the puck in his defensive end. Harassed there by a forechecking forward from Aviator. Tanoff eludes him, takes the puck behind his own net, and now looks to pass up. He does. Sends the puck up to Marchuka. Marchuka's got Fauci up the wing. He sees him. Fauci now gains the offensive zone. Fauci rubbed off the puck, but he's able to get it in deep before he is. Now Marchuka picks up the puck. It's at the end boards, rolling in front of the goal. Looks like Meyerowicz has it, tries to put it on instead. Covered up there by Marchuka, and a little after action report by the Aviators. Sees a cross-check to Meyerowicz, uncalled. Well, 2:19 left to go here in the first period. A flat minute left on the power play to the Raiders. They'll have another offensive zone draw coming up. It'll be Finkelstein, Marchuka, and Meyerowicz out there as the forwards. Koslewski and Gossler out as the defenders. Finkelstein leans over. Looks to win this on his forehand. Instead takes on the backhand, sends a shot in on the Aviator goalie, saved with the leg pad, and Finkelstein goes to collect his own rebound. He's now at the side of the net, tries to jam one in. Still shut the door there by the Aviator goalie. Aviator unable to get out of zone. Bouncing puck rolls into the crease and covered up nicely there by the Aviator goaltender. With 2:02 left to play in the first period and 43 seconds on the power play. Finkelstein will again lean in at the far offensive dot here and try and win this on the backhand. Comes over to the side, but Aviator's able to send that up and out of the zone. That'll be an icing very quickly. And we'll do it all over again in the offensive zone here for the Raiders. Well, most of the players didn't even bother skating all the way down to the other end, knowing that that puck was going to go for an icing. It's Finkelstein at the dot. He's got Koslewski and Gossler behind him, Marchuka and Meyerowicz flanking him. Looks to win this forward on the forehand. Instead works the backhand. Aviator comes away with it. They send it around to the near corner and now the near half wall. Aviator unable to get it out. Koslewski has the puck. He sends a shot in. Saved nicely again by the Aviator goaltender to the near corner. Aviator comes away with possession. They fire that out of the zone, and that'll be Speaker calling for an icing, not getting it. Now Aviator has the puck. They curl around the net. They're still on the kill. They send that up to the point. Puck comes in. Still now sits at the far dot. Aviator can't get the pass through to the slot. They're at the end boards. 2 seconds left on the kill for them. Now we're back to 5-on-5 hockey as Meyerowicz skates the puck through the neutral zone. Raiders will take over in the neutral zone again. Koslewski has the puck. He uses the boards, pumps that up to Meyerowicz. Marchuka breaks in the slot. Meyerowicz tries to get on his forehand. He does. Sends a shot in just wide of the cage. Aviator now picks up the puck. The Aviators try and skate that out. They do. They get it to the neutral zone, but only so far as Chris Tanoff. Tanoff eludes one man, then takes a hit. Aviator breaks into the offensive zone, and Finkelstein's there to cover. 50 seconds left to go here in the first period. Marchuka takes the puck through the neutral zone. Marchuka gains the offensive zone without possession. Comes to Fauci at the point. Fauci sends a long shot in. It's legged aside there by Aviator. Aviator has the puck at the far corner. 30 seconds left to go here in the first period. Aviator works it around to the weak side. They're at the near half wall. Weird carom comes to Finkelstein. Finkelstein goes high. A deflection goes up and in. A wonderful goal there by the Raiders. That'll be Luke Marchuka getting on the score sheet again. And now, with 23.8 seconds left to go, it's Raiders 3, Aviators 1. Now, it's exactly what you like to see from a shot from the point. Traffic in front of the goalie and a nice deflection down through the 5-hole. Berliner now at the dot with about 24 seconds left to go here in the first period. Berliner wins that forward. Bizarro fires in to get the puck in the offensive zone. He picks it up, gets tripped, no call. And Bizarro works in the near corner. Now comes the Berliner on the backhand. He sends a shot up and in. Oh my, that's 2 Raiders goals in about 12 seconds. That's a Berliner backhand goal. And it's now Raiders 4, Aviators 1. A nice sequence there on the forecheck by Dom Bizarro. Sees Sam Berliner come away with the puck on his backhand, and he was able to elevate that. Now Berliner over at the dot. Raiders break into the offensive zone again. Look to Samosi to try and tip that in. It just eludes his stick. Raiders have the puck, but they've only got a second to get this shot off. It's saved anyway. And we'll go to the first intermission. Raiders 4, Aviators 1. Stick around. Period 2 coming up right after the break. Well, folks, during this intermission, we can remind you that today's game on Midnight Sports is brought to you by your car's inspection sticker. Hi there, hockey fans. Remember when you were a kid, you loved stickers. They were the best. A boring piece of paper could be totally transformed by just one sticker. That white wall at your parents' house? Add one sticker and your parents' demeanor could get real interesting real fast. Fast forward to being an adult, and one little sticker can ruin your day. That's right, it's your car's inspection sticker. You know, the one you don't even notice until the day before you need to get your car re-inspected, and you have to drop everything to get to the mechanic. But the fun doesn't end there. Even with the new sticker, we both know the old one's not going anywhere. It'll scrape off into a million tiny little pieces that will forever live in your car's intake vents. Your car's inspection sticker. One more thing adulthood has ruined. Now the players getting some intermission instructions still from the coaches. We'll see if the referees hurry them along here. 15 minutes put back up on the board for period number 2 as the Raiders have a 3-goal lead. And they have driven play in this game, unquestionably. The one blemish was a point shot that managed to get past Speaker. But the Raiders have lived in the offensive end. So we'll look to see during the period of the long change whether that changes for the Raiders. Now the players look ready, the referees look ready. And we'll do it all over again here. As Berliner, Samosi, and Bizarro are out as the forwards, and Tanoff and Fauci as the defending pair. Berliner leans over after the goalie and the scoreboard check. Berliner wins that puck forward and goes to collect. He does. He's got Bizarro pouring into the zone. Samosi instead takes over on the forehand. Samosi goes forehand, backhand, forehand, backhand. He's able to get through the slot with possession, now looking for a teammate to pass the puck to. Rolls off his stick in the far corner. He's able to just keep it there until Bizarro pours in for support. Bizarro now behind the net. Harassed. Tries to get it on his backhand. Samosi now tries to cover on the cycle. Instead, Aviator's able to pump that up to the point and able to bounce that puck out of the zone. Aviator turns the other way. Now they're in the neutral zone. Puck rolls in and just bounces in up on Speaker, who misses that with the glove. He blocks it, but was unable to freeze it. And so play will continue. Play continues up to Bizarro in the offensive zone. Bad angle shot. Oh, he goes top shelf and he scores. Boy, what a turnaround there from a bouncing puck in on the Raiders' goal. And Dom Bizarro takes it the length of the ice himself and scores. That's Raiders 5. Aviator 1. Bizarro goes top shelf. And he's rewarded with a breather on the bench. Finkelstein now to take this draw. He's got Vigliotti and Kalemba out there with him. Finkelstein has the puck. Works that puck forward through the neutral zone. Aviators tries to take over possession there, but they're unable to. Finkelstein still has the puck. He sends that up to Kalemba. Kalemba gains the blue line. He's in the offensive zone now. Sends a forehand in on the Aviator goalie. Vigliotti just beaten to the rebound there, and the Aviators are able to push that to the end boards. Now there's a lot of stick work going on as the Aviators are able to skate this out of the zone. They've got a 2-on-3 going the other way as Finkelstein covers on the back check. Aviators still have the puck, though. Look to send a shot in on Speaker. Instead, the puck rolls there, and Speaker just sticks it over to Vigliotti. Vigliotti now is able to skate the puck out of the zone. Passes it up to the blue line, gets it out of the zone, turns over the puck there, though, as Koslewski takes over. Koslewski now has the puck, sends that up to Vigliotti, gets wrong-footed, and the puck gets just past him. Vigliotti in on the forecheck. Raiders unable to keep the offensive zone as the puck turns back the other way in the neutral zone. Partial break coming here. Gossler goes to cover. Puck's in the high slot. Looks for a pass down deep. Speaker's able to fight that puck off with both hands. And the Aviators pick it up there. Can't send the next shot in on goal as it's cut out by Koslewski nicely. Good body position there for him. And Kalemba takes a big hit to make a play to get the puck over to Finkelstein, but he does. Finkelstein looks for Vigliotti, instead takes it himself. He's on the forehand, sends a puck in on the Aviator goalie. Bouncing rebound there is finally frozen by the Aviator goalie with 12:54 left to go here in the second period. It's Raiders 5, Aviators 1. Well, offensive zone draw coming up here just to the Aviator goalie left. And it'll be Berliner leaning over to take the draw. Looks like he's going to try and win this on his backhand over to Marchuka. He does. Marchuka sends it up to Tanoff. Tanoff dumps it right back to Marchuka, who's got it at the half wall. Marchuka sends that puck in deep, and Berliner takes over there. He backhands it over to Marchuka. Marchuka now behind the net. Marchuka tries a wraparound. Shut down nicely by the Aviator goalie. The Aviators look to break. The Aviators pour through the zone there. They gain the offensive zone. Puck comes to Marchuka. Marchuka now works the puck behind his own net. Aviators take over at the end boards, but only momentarily now as Marchuka takes the puck again. He's got the puck on his forehand. He's able to shoot that out of the zone. Meyerowicz chases it down in the neutral zone. The Aviators fire it back and forth all through the neutral zone. The Aviators now go point to point, their own defensive end. They still have possession of the puck. They're still in their defensive end, are the Aviators. They look to pass that puck up and out of the zone. They do get it past the blue line, but they're unable to keep control in the neutral zone, and Meyerowicz turns. Meyerowicz has it on his forehand. He's in the high slot, still has the puck, nicely taking it back from the Aviators. Meyerowicz still there, looks to dangle one man, unable to get it through his legs, and Berliner takes over at the near corner. Berliner still with the puck. Berliner has it in the near corner. He's on the forehand, looking for a teammate in the slot. Instead goes to the end boards, over to Bizarro. Bizarro backhands that in. That's another Dom Bizarro goal. Just appeared out of nowhere from the end boards, the side of the cage, after the Berliner pass to him at the end boards. That's Raiders 6, Aviators 1. 11:36 left to go in the second period. Now it'll be Finkelstein to take this draw with Bizarro and Samosi out there. And Finkelstein wins the puck to himself, straight up the gut. Now Bizarro will take over on the right wing. Bizarro at the dot. He's got a shot. He sends it in on the Aviator goaltender. Nice save there. Then two by the Aviators. Sees the puck go all the way out of the zone. Still with 11 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the second period. Aviators get it in the offensive zone, but without possession. Gossler goes to his defensive pair, Koslewski, who works it up to Samosi at the half wall. Puck goes to the point. The Aviators dump it right back in. Aviators still with the puck, looking for teammates at the point to try and get a shot in on Speaker. Puck comes into the crease, no shot coming. Now it's in the high slot. Speaker kicks that one out, and the Raiders come the other way. Raiders now have the puck in the neutral zone. Samosi has it. He's looking for Bizarro on the right wing. Instead, heads wide himself to open up the slot. Raiders still have the puck in the offensive zone. Raiders send a shot right through the crease, but nothing doing there. And they keep the puck in the offensive zone. The Raiders work it up to the point now. Koslewski has the puck on his forehand. Looks to send something in on goal. He does. It's deflected just briefly by Bizarro, but saved nicely by the Aviator goaltender. Aviators work it up to the point. Bouncing puck stopped there by Koslewski. Can't work it in any deeper, though. The Aviators are able to get that puck all the way out of the zone. Raiders will have to collect. Icing wave there as Gosler takes over. Gosler still with the puck. Gosler has it on his forehand, works that up to Finkelstein. Finkelstein cruises through the neutral zone. It's a partial break now. He's in all alone on the Aviator goaltender, just misses the cage as the goaltender pushes him wide. Another shot comes in from a bad angle, and the Aviator goaltender is able to freeze it down there with 9:54 left to go in the second period. Offensive zone draw here for the Raiders. Berliner leans over. He wins that forward. Aviators have some possession of it at the end boards. They work it behind their cage. Defenseman to defenseman, but not out of the zone. Tanoff takes over at the point. Sets a long shot in. Deflection there by Berliner. Hits the goalie's leg pads. The Aviators look to take over again with 9.5 minutes left to go in the second period. Tanoff now with the puck. Tanoff has the puck. He sends that in. It's frozen down again by the Aviator goaltender, and we'll get a stoppage in play with 9:28 left to go here in the second period. The Raiders the healthy 5-goal lead. Raiders win that offensive zone draw. And they've got the puck in the far corner, do the Raiders in the offensive zone. Kalemba there, able to work that puck up to the point, but a bouncing puck eludes Fauci, and he'll have to go recover. Icing's waved as it was a Raiders pass that had the puck enter the offensive zone. Aviators have some legs to him here in the offensive zone, looking to send a bad angle shot in on Speaker. One whack and then two, hits a Berliner skate, rolls harmlessly to the end boards. Berliner now in the forehand behind his own goalie. Berliner works it up to Fauci. Fauci takes it on the backhand. He's going to be able to skate this out of the zone. Gains the neutral zone and sends it up to Vigliotti, who sends the puck in deeper. He goes for a change, and Fauci in on the forecheck to try and slow down the Aviator. Berliner stays out there. Berliner on the forehand. He's at the far half boards. Gosler now picks up the puck in the offensive point. He's at the near point, tries to send a pass in. He does. He finds Marchuka in the slot. A nice save there on Berliner by the Aviator goaltender. Point blank shot saved by the Aviators, and we get another stoppage in play here with 8:22 left to go in the second period. It's Raiders 6, Aviators 1. Well, folks, you're watching this game on Midnight Sports, your headquarters for top-notch video and low to mid-notch dad jokes. Midnight Sports. Finkelstein leans over here, try and win this draw on his backhand. He wins it to himself in the far corner and then sends that on up to Meyerowicz. Meyerowicz sends a slap shot in. It's deflected wide. The Raiders will try and recover at the end boards. Raiders still with the puck. They work something to the low to mid slot. Unable to get it out of the zone are the Aviators, though. And the puck trickles all the way back down to the end boards. Meyerowicz fires in to collect that puck. Takes a big hit there. Finkelstein in for support. Finkelstein gums up that Aviator pass, and the puck just sits at the end boards momentarily. Now the puck comes around. Nice stick lift there by the Aviators. Gets that puck out of the zone. Gosler covers for Kozlowski. Gosler has the puck on his backhand. Tries to work that over to Kozlowski. He does. Nate has it and works that puck out of the zone. Meyerowicz now curls in the neutral zone and takes the puck. Passes to himself. Gets tripped up. No call there. And the Aviators break the other way, but only momentarily. Finkelstein now has the puck. He dumps it in deep. 7:30 left to go in the second period. The Aviators take over in their own defensive zone. They're harassed by Meyerowicz and then Finkelstein. Puck comes off one stick and then two. Marchuka has it in the mid-slot. Sends a shot in that's deflected wide. Finkelstein now takes over in the near corner. He beats one man, has the puck at the end boards, and looks for a pass to a teammate in the slot. Cut out, though, by the Aviators. The Aviators move that puck up only so far as the dot. Now Meyerowicz has the puck on his stick. Meyerowicz still dancing, spinning and moving. And the puck comes to the offensive point for the Raiders. The Aviators are able to bounce the puck out of the zone momentarily, and we'll get an offside call as the puck trickles right back into the offensive zone for the Raiders. We get a stoppage at 6:53 left to go in period number 2. Raiders 6, Aviators 1. Raiders will have a face-off here just outside the offensive blue line. It'll be Berliner, Bizarro, and Samosi. That line's been cooking today. Tanoff and Fauci as the defensive pair. Berliner wins the puck to himself. Bizarro tries to take over. Samosi waits for him to clear the zone. Now pours in the offensive zone. He moves forehand to backhand. Samosi does, spins one man, then he gets on the forehand. Oh, a nice shot, ripped right off the goalie's blocker. Top corner. It was a good save by the Aviator goaltender. The Aviators just pump that out of the zone. This puck won't go for an icing as Pizarro goes back to collect. Pizarro still on the puck, curls behind his own net, looks for a teammate. Instead's able to skate that out of the zone. Samosi goes up the right wing with him. Pizarro takes over the right wing with the puck. It's still Pizarro with the puck. He's in the slot, sends a shot in on goal right through the goalie's legs. That's 5-hole for Pizarro with 6:17 left to go. It's Raiders 7, Aviators 1. Now Berliner leans over at center dot here. So the Raiders have a 6-goal lead. Berliner wins that puck forward, but the Aviators take over. Try and send the puck through the neutral zone. Instead, it comes to Samosi's stick. Samosi has it, fires it to Tanoff. Tanoff sends it up to Berliner. Berliner gains the offensive zone. He goes forehand, backhand. He gains the slot, sends that puck over to Samosi. Can't corral the puck in the crease in time to put it on goal. Long shot comes in, goes wide of the cage. Now it's in the near corner with 5:54 left to go. Puck sits there momentarily. Pizarro takes over. He's looking for a teammate. He finds one in Fauci at the blue line. The far point. Now the puck comes to the far dot and out of the zone as the Aviators take over. They look to break past the Raiders. Unable to beat Tanoff, though. The Raiders take over in the neutral zone. They gain the offensive zone again. Samosi on the backhand, looking for Pizarro, trying to feather a pass over to him. Cut out by the Aviator defenseman. Samosi, though, still on the puck. Looks for that slot pass, and finally the Aviators are able to take it off him, but only momentarily. Pizarro now with the puck. Sends a shot high over the cage. The Aviators now have the puck in their defensive end. The Aviators still with the puck. Finkelstein takes a big hit there as he's on the puck. But the Raiders are able to keep it in the zone until the Aviators nudge it just out. It's in the neutral zone, trickling around, but we're going to get a call here. It looks like we're going to get a cross-check call on the Aviators. We'll see what the final decision is here. Just waiting for the Aviators player to get to the box for that cross-check, and we should have an offensive zone draw coming up for the Raiders. 5:03 left to play here in the second period. Finkelstein will lean over at the far dot. He's got Vigliotti out there and Kalemba on his left wing. Gosler and Kishlevsky, the defensive pair. Face-off just trickles in on the Aviator goaltender, and it's melted down right there. Just under 5 minutes left to play now. Another offensive zone draw coming to the Aviator goalie's right. Finkelstein has the puck, wins it over to Vigliotti. Puck then rolls to the far corner. Kalemba takes over there, sends it to Vigliotti. The Aviators do come away with it after sending 3 men in for support. Aviators able to backhand that out of the zone, but without possession, so Gosler goes to collect. Gosler in defensive zone, pumps that right back up to Vigliotti. Vigliotti looks to gain the zone, sends it over to Finkelstein. Finkelstein gains the zone, leaves a drop pass for Vigliotti. Gosler now with the puck at the point. Looks to go point to point, sees a man in the way, and sends it in deeper. Cross pass over to the far corner. Kalemba now takes over on the forehand. Vigliotti's got it at the dot on the forehand. He sends a bouncing puck in on goal, and it's saved by the Aviator goaltender there. 4:27 left to go. 4:21 left to go here in the second period. 1 minute and 19 seconds left to go on the cross-checking penalty to Aviator. Raiders with an extra skater out there for a little over a minute. Berliner leans over to take this draw. Wins it on the backhand up to the blue line. Gosler keeps it nicely in the zone. Flicks it over to his defensive pair. That puck looked to stay in the zone. The referee disagreed. We get an offside call with 4:12 left to go. This draw will come just outside the offensive blue line for the Raiders. Berliner at the dot. Wins that on the backhand over to Tanoff. Barchuka sends a shot in. Goalie deflects nicely to the end boards. Marchuka now tries to take over again. He's on the back end, looks for a teammate. He's got Berliner there. Aviator goalie is able to shut that down with the stick. Berliner now at the end boards. Looks to curl around and find someone in the slot. Instead finds Meyerowicz at the half wall. Sends a shot high and wide. Tanoff takes over. Pumps that puck in deeper. Marchuka has the puck at the near half boards. Tries to work it up to Tanoff, harassed by two men, so he just has to dump it in deeper. Meyerowicz fires in at the end boards. Meyerowicz with the puck now at the end boards. Raiders still on the power play here. Berliner takes over at the dot. He's now at the end line. Looks for somebody in the slot. Fauci comes in. Tries a one-timer, rolls wide of the cage. Marchuka takes over now in the near corner. Marchuka with the puck. He spins once, still has the puck. We're going to get another call here on the Aviators for some net front action. The Aviators touch up. We should get a whistle. Nope, no whistle yet. And the Raiders still have the puck. Delayed penalty call. Speaker leaves the ice to get an extra skater out there. Vigliotti out there as the extra skater. Should be 6-on-5 action here momentarily. We should get a whistle soon. It's strange, no whistle for a touch up there. Now we do finally get it. With 2:54 left to go here in the second period. The Raiders will be going on the power play again after some net front activity by the Aviators. Well, just under 3 minutes left to go in the second period. It's Raiders 7, Aviators 1. The Aviators will be down a man. Got an offensive zone draw coming up. Finkelstein will be at the dot for this. He's got Samosi and Pizarro out there with him. Gosler and Kieślowski, the defensive pair. Finkelstein leans over, tries to win on the backhand, instead decides to go forehand and pump the puck in deeper. Samosi recovers in the near corner. Samosi has the puck roll off his stick, and the Aviators fire that up and out of the zone. That'll go nearly the length of the ice, but not far enough for an icing. Gosler takes over there behind his own goalie. Gosler sends that up to Samosi. Samosi leaves it for Kieślowski. Kieślowski looks for Pizarro in the neutral zone, finds him. The bouncing puck comes to the Aviators instead, and they dump right back in. Speaker to settle down the puck for Samosi. Samosi takes over, curls behind his own net, and comes out of the zone with it. Raiders gain the offensive zone. Pizarro's got it on his stick, curls around at the dot, looking for a teammate, finds it in Finkelstein. Puck gets caught up in his feet. Gosler keeps the zone. D-to-D pass doesn't work out though, and now the Aviators go with it. Only so far as the neutral zone as Gosler recovers and takes the puck off his man. Aviators do now pour into the neutral, or the offensive zone I should say, but Kieślowski's there to forecheck his man off the puck. Aviators look to send a shot in on Speaker. Speaker down, sends that puck wide. And now the Aviators leave the zone. Offensive zone, that is. Raiders take over. They're in the offensive zone. Puck comes to Pizarro in the high slot, taken off his stick with a nice poke check. The Aviators take over in their defensive zone. They send that puck wide. Aviators still have 40 seconds left to kill here as Tanoff recovers the puck and sends it in deeper to Pizarro. Samosi in the slot, looking for the pass from Pizarro. Pizarro's harassed by one man, then two, and sends it up to Finkelstein in the high slot. Finkelstein sends it deeper to Tanoff. Tanoff sends it to Pizarro, looks for the one-timer, can't quite connect, and Samosi recovers at the end boards. Samosi now at the far half wall, sends that puck in deeper to Finkelstein. Finkelstein at the end boards, he's got Pizarro out front. Pizarro looks at the cage, dangles one man, and the puck comes off his stick at the second man. Tanoff fires in to keep the puck in the zone. He's able to do so. Sets a hard pass over. Pizarro now with the puck. He sends a shot right off the Aviator goaltender. A wonderful save there by the Aviator goaltender, and this puck's going to come all the way down. 49 seconds left to go. And we'll get an icing call here. And an offensive zone draw for the Raiders. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey near the end of the second period. Berliner leans over to win this on the backhand. He's got Vigliotti with him. Puck comes up to Fauci at the point. Puck goes in just a bit deeper, but the Aviators are able to clear the zone. Vigliotti looks to recover in the neutral zone. Vigliotti takes it on the backhand, curls into the defensive zone, looking for a teammate to pass to. Instead, dances around one man, and then gains the offensive zone. He's on the forehand. Sends a pass over to Berliner. Berliner in the high slot has 2 men on him. He dances around them and gets the puck all the way down to the end boards in the near corner. Berliner has the puck. He passes over to Vigliotti. Vigliotti shoots, hits the side of the cage. Kalemba now with the puck. Puck stays right there behind the cage. Jackson goes to recover. Lorenzo now comes away with the puck in the far corner. Lorenzo on the forehand, looks to send a shot in. It's blocked. 5 seconds left to go here in the second period. Raiders will have to get a shot off quickly. Bad angle shot, misses, and we get the buzzer here at the end of the second period. It's Raiders 7, Aviators 1. We'll be back for period number 3 right after this.
One more period, okay? 15 game minutes.
Done? Still have another half hour or so.
Yeah. It's 15 game minutes, but it's a half hour long.
Okay. Well, the players are getting some last-minute instructions for period number 3, and while they do, we can remind you that Youth Hockey on Midnight Sports is sponsored by Street Parking. Hockey fans, after a hard-fought game and a long drive home, all you'd like to do is sit down on your couch and space out in front of the television. But before you can yell at the Bachelorette for making the worst decision possible, you have one more obstacle to overcome. That's right, it's parking your car. Sometimes it's hard, like when street cleaning just happened that day and all the spots are filled with people who won't move for weeks or days. And sometimes it's easy. Just kidding, it's never easy. The longer it takes to find a spot, the more you try to fit into a spot that's too small for your car. There's nothing quite like shifting between drive and reverse 127 times to wiggle into a spot, only to find out there was a fire hydrant buried under the pile of trash next to it. Don't worry, you'll find a spot. The questions are only how long it takes and how many miles it'll be from your house. Street parking. The suburbs are calling. All right, players are back out here over the boards. It'll be Finkelstein, Meyerowicz, and Kalemba as the forwards. Gosler and Schlefsky as the defensive pair for the Raiders. Raiders have a 6-goal lead as they go into the third period here. We've got puck drop and 15 minutes left in this game. Raiders take over in the neutral zone. Gosler fires up with the puck on his stick. He backhands it deep into the offensive zone. Aviators go to collect there. They curl behind their own net. Meyerowicz goes for the hit. Koslewski keeps the puck at the point and tries to send something in onto the goal. Doesn't make it all the way through, and the Aviators are able to clear the zone. They're in the neutral zone. Gosler rubs his man off the puck and again backhands the puck in deep. The Aviators will have to recover there. They're on the forehand, and they look to send this puck up out of the zone. Unable to do so just yet as Koslewski keeps the blue line and keeps the puck in. Meyerowicz now has the puck. Looks for a pass to Kalemba. Kalemba unable to corral that puck in time to get a shot on goal. Now the Aviators pump that puck all the way up. Icing's waved there. Schlefsky will have to recover in his own end. Near corner, he takes a big hit. Pass comes into the slot, rejected momentarily there. Then another shot comes in on Speaker. He makes a save and flicks the puck out to the far corner. Puck now at the point. Aviators are buzzing. They send a shot in on Speaker. Speaker's able to cover there with 13:56 left to go. It's still Raiders 7, Aviators 1. It's going to be a defensive zone draw. Not something the Raiders have had very much in this game. Coming to Speaker's right. Looks like it'll be Samosi, Berliner out there as the forwards, with Bizarro as well. Fauci and Tanoff as the pair. Shot comes in, blocked by Tanoff. Tanoff goes to collect. He backhands that up to Bizarro. Bizarro connects with the pass. Bizarro now through the neutral zone. He looks at Samosi. He dangles one man. Samosi straddles the blue line and breaks into the zone. Bizarro dumps it deep. Berliner in to recover. He beats his man there. Looks for Samosi in front of the net. Instead, he curls around at the end boards and cycles over to Bizarro. Bizarro now on the backhand. Bizarro has it in the near corner. He sends that up to the point for Fauci, who dumps it right back into Samosi. Nice cycle play here from the Raiders. Samosi looks to take the puck off his man, and Bizarro takes over there in the near corner still. Puck sits there for a while. Bizarro comes away with it, sends it up to the point, and Fauci. Fauci sends that into the slot. Hits Berliner there, and the Aviators look to clear it. Instead, they hit their own men. Bizarro takes over again in the near corner. Bizarro still with the puck. He sends that over to the far corner for Samosi. Samosi rubs his man off the puck, and Bizarro takes over at the end boards. Bizarro curling with the puck. He's got it on the forehand. He's got it on the backhand. He sends something in just wide of the goal. Looks to collect his own shot. Instead, that puck comes all the way out of the zone, and Tanoff and Fauci will go clean up the mess in the defensive end. Tanoff now with the puck. He's by his own cage. Sends a diagonal pass up to Samosi. Samosi corrals that pass. And he skates through the middle of the neutral zone. He beats one man, then two, and sends it over to Marchuka. Marchuka sends a shot in on goal. Saved nicely by the Aviator goaltender, who then jumps on top of the loose puck, and we get a stoppage in play with 12:31 left to go in the third period. It'll be an offensive zone draw for the Raiders. It gives us time to remind you that you're watching this game on Midnight Sports. Give us a like, follow, or subscribe. If you don't, I'll start telling the dad jokes in front of the camera rather than to the side. Midnight Sports. Raiders win that face-off and dump that puck in even deeper. Marchuka now collects at the end boards. Marchuka around to the side. The Aviators push that puck up, but not out of the zone. Bouncing puck does hit one man, escape the zone. The Raiders clear the zone and now pour back into the offensive zone. Cut out nicely, though, by the Aviators, who push it right back into the neutral zone. Finkelstein has to collect. So the Aviators come through. The puck just pinballs in the neutral zone briefly. Koshlewski now in his own defensive end looks to collect the puck. It sits at the blue line. It's pumped up just a bit farther by the Raiders. Then the Aviators turn it right back into the offensive zone. Gosser goes to collect. He's got the puck on his stick. Sends it over to Marchuka with the diagonal pass. Marchuka now skates through the neutral zone. Marchuka tries to beat one man. Puck comes off his stick. Vigliotti now in the high slot. Vigliotti has the puck and he just sends it in deeper. He chases his own pass off the boards. Puck comes up to the point. Gosser has it there. It rolls just off his stick in the neutral zone. The Raiders will have to clear. Raiders look to go point to point. Instead, Aviators come away with it. They're in the high slot. Can't get a shot off, though. Nice back checking by the Raiders. Sees the puck leave the Raiders' defensive end. Gosser recovers, pumps that puck back up. It's in the defensive end once more for Koshlewski. Koshlewski has the puck. He skates it out of his zone through the neutral zone. Gains the offensive zone. Koshlewski dumps that off to go D to D as the Raiders make a line change. Koshlewski finds the puck again at the point. Tries to send it into Vigliotti at the back post. Instead, it's cut out by the Aviators. They look to turn the puck out of their zone. They only make it so far as Koshlewski, then Vigliotti. Vigliotti sends a puck in on goal. Saved nicely by the Aviators goaltender. Berliner now behind the offensive net. Berliner still killing time back there. Happy to see the clock tick down are the Raiders. Sends a pass over to Meyerowicz. Meyerowicz thinks about a bad angle shot. Instead tries to pass it to the slot. The Aviators come away with it. And we'll get an icing here as the Aviators do clear their zone with 10:32 left to go in the third period. The skaters make their way back down to the offensive end for the Raiders. It'll be Berliner, Meyerowicz, and Kalemba as the forwards, with Fauci and Tanoff as the defensive pairing. Berliner wins that on the backhand up to Tanoff. Tanoff collects at the point, sends that puck in deeper to Kalemba. Kalemba tries to go cross ice with the pass through the slot. Stopped there by the Aviators, and Kalemba gets it back. Now Meyerowicz curls to try and get the puck at the near half wall. It's flicked up to the point, just past Fauci off the boards. Raiders will have to recover in the neutral zone. They do. Berliner has the puck. Sends that pass up to Kalemba. Kalemba takes that puck on the forehand. He's got on the backhand of the offensive end. He's looking into the slot for Meyerowicz. Instead finds Berliner. Shot comes in. A nice save there by the Aviator goaltender. once, then twice. And we'll get a stoppage in play as it's blown dead as the puck ended up on the back of the net with 10:01 left to go here in the third period. Berliner, Kalimba, and Meyerowicz will stay out there. Fauci and Tanoff as the defensive pairing once more. Berliner leans over at the dot. Berliner sends that face-off forward to the end boards. Aviators collect there. They look to get the puck out of the zone. The Raiders beat them to it, but only momentarily. Now the Aviators are able to get that puck out of the zone. Puck comes to center ice. Kalimba takes over there at the neutral zone. Tries to send that puck in deeper. This bouncing puck's been hard to corral for both teams today in the neutral zone. The Aviators look to go forward. Fauci back for cover on the defensive end. Fauci now skates the puck all the way back behind his net. Curls around on the forehand. Looks for a teammate. Finds Meyerowicz at the half wall. Puck comes out of the zone. Fauci tries to collect that pass from Meyerowicz. Instead, the puck bounces on everyone and rolls to the far wall in the neutral zone. Tanoff takes over there and dumps the puck in deep. The Raiders will get a change out of this. Pizarro puts the forecheck on. The puck comes all the way down. We're going to get an icing call here with 9:11 left to go in the third period as the Aviators clear their zone. But they did so before they reached half ice. Offensive zone draw here for the Raiders. 9:09 left to go in the third period. Raiders 7, Aviators 1. Finkelstein will be at the dot. He's got Pizarro and Samosi out there with him. Koslewski and Gosler is the defensive pair. Samosi sends that puck in deeper. Finds Pizarro at the end boards. Puck just hops over his stick. Aviators look to skate this out. Send it up to the blue line, but no farther. Now Finkelstein has the puck all alone on the goaltender. Sends a shot in, and that'll be a goal. That's a goal by Finkelstein. Eli Finkelstein with the goal. 8:52 left to go here in the third period. It's going to be Raiders 8, Aviators 1. Finkelstein again at the center dot. Tries to win this on the backhand. He does. Puck sits there, then the Aviators come away with it momentarily, though. Pizarro breaks into the offensive zone. He's all alone. Tries to get around one man, and he gets taken out of the play. Finkelstein has the puck at the end boards. Tries to send it over to Pizarro. Hits the back of the cage. Pizarro does collect the puck, though. He's got possession of it. Looking to get that puck out to a teammate. Finds Koslewski at the blue line. Koslewski diagonal passes that over to Finkelstein at the far dot. Puck now sits in the crease momentarily, and Samosi takes over at the far corner. Samosi has the puck. Works that over to Finkelstein. The Aviators come away with it, though. They're able to skate it out of the zone. They're through the neutral zone. Back checking by Samosi takes the puck off his man. He's working hard out there despite the 7-goal lead. The puck sits at center ice, the far wall, until the Aviators come away with it. They work it back to their defensive end, try and shoot a diagonal pass up. Instead, cut out by Pizarro. Pizarro pours back into the offensive zone with Finkelstein. Got Finkelstein there. They send a shot wide of the cage. Aviators look to collect. Samosi's able to take his man out of the play, gain possession of the puck. He's got it on the forehand, but we're going to get a call here. Looks like maybe a holding call. Now a cross-checking call on Samosi. He'll go to the box. Judged to have taken his man out of the play unfairly. That'll be 2 minutes for cross-checking. We'll get a face-off in the defensive end here for the Raiders. And a little penalty kill practice for them as Samosi sits for 2 minutes. .45 left to go here in the third period. This draw will come at the far dot. Berliner out there with Fauci, Vigliotti. Berliner wins that over to Tanoff. He's the other defensive pair out there. Tanoff uses the boards to get that puck up and out of the zone. It's going to go. We'll see if it goes too far for an icing. Vigliotti's able to get that puck before it hits the end line. The Aviators will take over there, but not before Vigliotti sends a pass right up through the high slot. Raiders will have to recover now in the neutral zone as no one was home, given that they're down a skater. Fauci has the puck. He curls around in his own defensive end. 1:34 left to go on the penalty kill here for the Raiders. The cross-checking penalty to Samosi. Raiders break back into the zone. Berliner out there behind the offensive net. Sends a pass up to the point, but it gets deflected. Gets past Tanoff. He'll have to recover in his own end. Tanoff curls behind his own net. Tanoff has it on his forehand. Sends that puck up through the neutral zone. Aviators take over there. Berliner, though, aggressive on the forechecks, able to take the puck off his man. Puck gets caught in the referee's skates, and now the Aviators have the puck again. They're through the neutral zone, trying to pour forward while also making a change. Harassed there by Marchuka. The Aviators do curl around him and gain the offensive end. The Aviators have the puck. They're in the offensive zone. They're at the near dot, but on the backhand. Now they curl, look for a bad angle shot or pass. Speaker makes a save. He gloves it and freezes it down there. 6:27 left to go here in the third period. 43 seconds left to go on the Raiders' penalty. Get a defensive zone draw to Speaker's left. It looks like it'll be Marchuka, Koslevsky, Gosler, and Kalimba out there as the four skaters for the Raiders. Marchuka looks to win this on the forehand. Sends it over to Kalimba. Kalimba sends that puck up, but not out of the zone. Raiders finally are able to get that out of the zone, and the Aviators will have to recover here in the neutral zone. They come back strong side. Marchuka's there to cut out that pass. Nice self-pass by Marchuka. Sees him gain the zone. He's on the forehand in the high slot. He skates that puck all the way over to the far dot. And a nice save there by the Aviators goaltender. Keeps this an 8-1 game. Puck stays in the offensive end for the Raiders. Down a man. Marchuka sends another shot in. No rebound for Kalimba to put home. Frozen nicely by the Aviator goaltender. And we'll get a stoppage and play again at 5:57 left to go here in the third period. 13 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Raiders. Finkelstein out now with Meyerowicz, Gosler, and Koslevsky. Finkelstein wins that face-off over to Gosler. He sends it up to Koslevsky. Koslevsky tries to pass over to Meyerowicz, cut out by the Aviators. Aviators now come through the neutral zone. Koslevsky gets back to harass his man, and the Raiders will be able to take over behind their own net. Momentarily, though, as Finkelstein's checked out of play, Koslevsky will have to recover. Meyerowicz takes over in the neutral zone, has the puck taken off his stick. The puck just rolls harmlessly into the offensive zone for the Raiders. Now Samosi has the puck. We're back to 5-on-5 skating. Samosi now behind the net, tries to send something into the slot, cut out by the Aviators, who look to get that puck out of the zone. They only make it so far as the point. Koslevsky keeps it in, fires a pass over to Meyerowicz, puck taken off his stick, and the Aviators look to break. Instead, cut out there by Tanoff. Puck stays in the offensive end for the Raiders. Aviators have the puck now behind their own net. 5 minutes left to go here in the third period. Koslevsky can't keep the zone that time, and Tanoff will cover. Tanoff picks up the puck in his defensive end. Tanoff looks for Samosi. Instead, stops, turns, and comes weak side over to Meyerowicz. Meyerowicz now has the puck on his backhand through the neutral zone, gains the offensive end. Takes 3 hits, but hangs on to the puck. Aviators do come away with it in their own defensive end and skate it to the neutral zone. They're crushed there between Tanoff and Fauci. Fauci takes over, comes back into the neutral zone, then the offensive zone. Curls around one man, breaks towards the goal. He sends a shot in on the Aviator goalie, saved nicely again. And Finkelstein tries to pick up the puck behind the cage. He's got 2 Aviators all over him, pinned to the glass. The Aviators are able to pump that puck up so far as the point. Bigliotti takes over there, still in the offensive end, looks to pass toward the slot, instead just works the puck deeper. It's at the end boards. Meyerowicz has the puck, sends it up to the near half wall, does not get out of the zone. Finkelstein still has it in the offensive end. Tanoff tries to send it in deeper. It hits an Aviator stick, still stays in the offensive zone. Raiders killing time now. 3:55 left to go in the third period. They're in the offensive end and happy to keep it there. Raiders still in the near corner with the puck. Aviators try and work it up to the point, unable to do so as the puck goes to the end boards. Puck comes to Tanoff nearly at the point. Instead, Finkelstein takes over in the mid slot. Sends that puck in deeper. Meyerowicz takes a heavy hit, but Finkelstein's there to clean up the loose puck. He shoots and he scores. That's another Raiders goal. Finkelstein scores with 3:35 left to go here in the third period. It's Raiders 9, Aviator 1. Now it'll be Berliner, Bizarro, and Samosi out there for this draw. Koslevsky and Gosler as well. Puck's dropped. Berliner wins it back to Gosler, who recovers in his own defensive end. He's looking for his defensive pair. Koslevsky instead skates it for the protection of his own net. Tries to send a pass up and out. Hits an Aviator stick and stays in the offensive end, but Gosler's able to take over in his own end. Sends it up to Bizarro. Bizarro now through the neutral zone into the offensive zone. He's on the backhand. He's got Samosi in the slot. Bizarro sends a puck just wide of the cage, and Samosi works to recover. He does. He sends it back down to Bizarro. Bizarro's got Berliner in the slot. Tries to feather a pass to him. Hits the side of the cage instead. Now the puck's on his stick. Behind the net. Samosi now in the near half wall. Tries to send that puck up to the point. Aviators come away with it. They're going to be able to get this out of the zone. Self-pass there by the Aviators. Sees them get all the way into the offensive zone. Puck doesn't hit the end line. No icing. And Gossler does dirty work to collect that puck and send it over to the far corner. Aviators take over in the far corner momentarily until Berliner gets involved. He's able to skate that puck over to Samosi. Samosi now with the puck at center ice. Looks to dump it in. Instead backhands it over to Bizarro, but we're going to get an offside call there. At 2:32 left to go here in the third period. Marchuka will lean in just outside the offensive zone here. Wins it to himself. Goes forward with the puck. He's on the forehand. Beats about 4 players to get that shot off that goes just high of the cage. Now the puck at the far point. Lasered in by the Raiders. And absolutely frozen there by the Aviators. Stoppage in play now. 2:18 left to go in the third period. Be another offensive zone draw here for the Raiders. Marchuka leans over, wins that puck back to Fauci. Fauci has it at the far point. He's on the forehand. He sends a shot in. It's deflected once. Another nice save there by the Aviator goaltender. Sees that puck go to the far corner. Fauci now with the puck at the half wall. Tries to work it to Kalemba and Meyerowicz. Meyerowicz takes over, kicks it over to Kalemba, who sends that over to Marchuka. Marchuka has the puck, sends it to the point. Tanoff has it on the forehand. Tanoff finds Meyerowicz, sends a shot in, goes just wide of the cage after it's deflected. Fauci working hard, sends that puck up to the slot. It's just sitting outside the crease until it is cleared by the Aviators, but not out of the zone. Aviators do not have possession. Tanoff sends that back in. Now a pass comes to the slot. Fauci tries the one-timer, hops just over his stick and wide. Fauci now working as a forward down low. Meyerowicz up top high. Marchuka takes over at the far dot, sends a shot in, and hits a man in front. The Aviators come away with the puck. They're going to be able to skate this out of the zone. 1:24 left to go here, and the Aviators gain the offensive zone. Some good stick checking by Meyerowicz keeps that puck from getting anywhere. We get no call on the heavy hit there, as the Raiders are able to separate their man from the puck. Now the Raiders work through the neutral zone. Marchuka has it in the offensive end. He's got it on the forehand, tries to send something in. It's deflected once and twice and goes just wide of the cage. Meyerowicz working hard to get it back. Bigliotti fires in to get possession as we have just 60 seconds left in this game. Bigliotti has the puck at the end boards. He's on the backhand looking for a teammate to pass to. Instead, it's taken off his stick. He gets on the forehand, tries to send something into the slot. It's deflected there. 47 seconds left to go in this game now. Raiders looking to kill time. Aviators getting frustrated, pushing the Raiders off the puck. Bigliotti keeps his man from getting the puck out of the zone, and Gossler just fires that puck back in. Meyerowicz now has the puck. He takes a heavy hit into the boards, and we're going to get a call here on the Aviators for that hit on Meyerowicz. Bigliotti looks to get the puck as well, but we're going to stoppage in play here as we get a penalty call with 26.4 seconds left. It looks like Bigliotti will go to the box too. Well, as the referees try and figure out the penalties here, seems to be some confusion as to what the calls are. It'll be 2 minutes for Bigliotti, most likely for roughing. We'll see what the call is on the Aviator player. It's all academic at this point, with only 0.9 seconds left to go in this game. But we'll have 5-on-5 hockey as both players end up in the box for 2 minutes. To close out this game, it's going to be Bizarro, Finkelstein, and Samosi, with Koslewski and Gossler as a defensive pair. Finkelstein wins that face-off back to Gossler. Gossler has it on the forehand, then takes it on the back end, tries to dump it in. Bizarro's able to nudge that farther, deeper into the zone. Finkelstein takes over at the far corner. He's still got the puck on his stick, looking for a teammate. He finds it in Gossler at the far point. Gossler lasers one in. Deflection almost comes in off Samosi, and covered there by the Aviator goaltender. Well, it was a good set play there by the Raiders to get a shot in on goal with a deflection right in front of the Aviator goaltender. But the goaltender was equal to the task. 8.3 seconds left to go here in the third period as the Raiders win that faceoff. Bizarro has it on the forehand. Koslewski now in the high slot. Sends something in. It's deflected just wide. That'll be the horn, and that'll be the end of the game as the Raiders win this one 9-1 against the Aviators. Folks, a reminder, tune in at 3 o'clock as the 16U Cyclones take on the Danbury Hattricks. And then again on Midnight Sports Radio tonight at 7 o'clock as these Raiders take on North Park at City Ice Pavilion. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you soon, and until then, stay safe.